In this demonstration, I'd like to introduce you to all things Mingle. First, we'll review some of the basic concepts to get you started, and then an overview of where to go to find things and using the online help. You see here that I have projects selected. Below are a list of all of the projects included in this Mingle instance, which I'm a member of. Underneath the Admin tab, you'll see I have a link to project templates. This is some of the common templates that we have that ship with the product to get you up and started at just a few clicks of the mouse. Some of these are based off of some common Agile methods, including Scrum, Agile Hybrid, XP, and Lean. Now let's go back and take a look at what the projects consist of. I'll use this Our New Project, and navigating into this, you'll notice that I land on the Overview tab. This serves as the project's main dashboard. Here you can place all of the relevant charts, tables, and graphs. This is the first page that users see when they log into a project, so everyone on the team stays informed and up to date. Next, let's take a look at the All tab. Here we have a list of all of the cards that have a membership to this project. You'll see a few story cards and then a few iteration cards. Over here on the right, we can filter these results based on a type, so choosing story cards will only show those that are story cards. Choosing iteration will only show those that are iteration cards. Or you can choose to enter MEQUAL directly into the text box, type equals story, and apply that filter directly. Now we've seen where to find cards and how to use filters from within the All tab. Next, let's take a look at the History tab. The History tab includes all of the bugs that were fixed, progress made on your stories. You can filter this relevant to the age of that activity. So if I wanted to see those activities that took place in the last 7 days, I can, or even the last 30 days. Over here on the right, you can use additional filters. So say I wanted to just see those changes that were made to wiki pages, I select pages. Or to find those for relevant to cards, I can select cards. If below I find what I want, and I want to receive email notifications, I can subscribe to this, clicking the via email. Or if I want to watch this via feed, I can select via feed. So that was a little bit about project history and filtering on project history and subscribing to future changes. Next, let's take a look at murmurs. Murmurs are a way to communicate around the project activity. Here you can see I'm collaborating with other team members. If you choose to collaborate within the Murmurs tab, you can type your text into the chat box and select to murmur this. If you do it from within a story, just select the checkbox, murmur this comment, and that will broadcast your comment across the project. Now we've seen where and how to collaborate in Mingle using murmurs. Next, let's take a look at the online help. The online help is available in the footer here. And you'll notice the online help documentation has a simple outline form on the left-hand side and a search bar on the top right. Two of the main sections that I recommend are Mingle's tips and tricks and getting started in Mingle. Now that we've seen the online help, let's take a look at the project admin tab. Here is a place where you can configure the project to give it a structure and define some of the relationships between the different cards within your project. Under card types, we see that we have a few card types created already. We have a card, iteration, and story, and we have associated a few properties to each. Here we have a status that belongs to the story card, and an iteration begin and end date which belong to the iteration card. Underneath the card trees will allow you to create a hierarchical relationship to relate these cards to one another. You can see under the card trees we have a planning tree that creates a relationship between iterations and stories. Using this relationship, we can now plan stories to an iteration. Now that you know the core concepts, you can configure Mingle to the way your team works.